Hi, this is Neil-Asher from the Aussie Online Entrepreneurs, where we help folks just like you start their own businesses on Amazon right here in Australia. We've got over 2,000 members now with sales of over $50 million selling right around the world. You can find out more by going to www.aussieonlineentrepreneurs.com.au. This video, a little bit different. We've been taken over by girl power. I've asked some of my AOE members, Aussie Online Entrepreneurs members, if they will look after things, because I've actually been to the dentist to get a tooth taken out, which hurt. So girl power this week, so let's get into it. I use Google AdWords all the time to make windfall sales for my Amazon store. But how do you go about setting up Google AdWords if you're a complete beginner? Well, in this video, Megan is going to show you.
Now we're going to move on to Megan. And where am I? We're moving on to Megan. And I'm going to have to do that because now I can hear Megan's voice. Just let me, there we go. You're in? Yes.
Can you see my screen? Hello, everyone.
If not yet, but
okay.
it has moved to you. You are the presenter.
Okay, show screen.
Now, everybody, Megan's background is that she spent many years in a digital agency. So her expertise is Google AdWords, SEO, and all things keywords. So she brings quite a depth of knowledge to this space. So thanks, Megan.
Thank you, Kate. Ooh. So I'm using Canva, which is exciting. Away with PowerPoint. So this session is a really short session that I'm doing. Really basic, how to set up your Google Ads account. So by the end of this session, you'll know how to do that. It takes about 5 minutes. We're also going to look at how to do some keyword research with the Google Keyword Planner, and also talk about negative keywords and why they're important. And it's a really good time to start compiling them when you're doing your keyword research. Now, I'm not going to be covering how to set up a campaign tonight. Neil has done an extensive 1-hour session previous to this. I think it was January 11th of this year. So he goes through all of that, and it takes about an hour. So there's not enough time to cover that. But this is just, if you've been meaning to do Google Ads, and this is basically saying, well, let's do it. It takes 5 minutes. Let's get you set up and on to the next step, basically. So firstly, I just wanted to go over different types of Google Ads. The main two types are these ones on the left-hand side. They're called search ads or text ads, which is when we're doing sending traffic to an Amazon product listing. These are the ads that we're talking about. Unfortunately, these ads over here, the shopping ads, you can only do these if you have your own website. So we're talking about Shopify or like your own website that you own. You're able to do these ads. You can do a lot more with Google Ads. So I do get quite a few clients that are confused when they come in, not knowing what the ads actually look like that we're doing when we're sending the traffic to Amazon. So I just wanted to clarify that before we get into things. So setting up your account. Normally Google Ads will offer you like $100 credit, or there'll be some sort of deal going on. So make sure you hunt around for a deal when you're looking to sign up. Otherwise, if you can't find a deal, just go straight to ads.google.com and click on Get Started. So, hold on. One thing to note, you will need a Gmail email or a Google hosted email address to sign up. So enter your email address and password, and it'll prompt you to sign in. It'll come up with this screen here. If you follow along with the steps here, that will create it'll set you up as in a smart mode, which being AOE people, we don't want to do that. We want to get a little bit more advanced. So make sure that you click on switch to expert mode. Sometimes Google, they do change things around, but you just want to make sure that you're looking for the expert, or I'm experienced with Google Ads, make sure you look for that button here. But I set this up a couple of days ago, so it should be current. If you already have a Google Ads account, you can just, if you want to switch to expert mode, just click on the tools icon and you should find switch to expert mode there. So next step, it will prompt you to create a new campaign. We're just doing the basics today, so we're just setting it up, adding payment details. So we're going to skip this step for now. So you just click on create an account without a campaign. So we'll click on that. Then you're confirming your business information. You can't change this later, so just make sure that it's set up properly. For most of us, it will be billing a country, Australia. Check the time zone is correct for you. And the currency is in Australian dollars, if that's what you want it to be. Go submit. So now you're pretty much done already. So it's really simple. The last thing we want to do is add payment information. So just click on explore your account. And that's the basic interface of Google Ads. It'll prompt you again. It wants you to start a new campaign, which Neil does cover in the Q&A in Jan. But we're just going to update our billing, so we're all ready to go. So you just click on billing and settings. And again, confirm the country. The currency has already been set up. You've got the choice of individual or organization. Most of us here will have a business, so just click organization. And you can put your business name here, credit card, and your address. Submit. All right, so your Google Ads account is set up. Well done. So the next thing that I want to go over is, now that you have your Google Ads account set up, we want to look at what keywords we want to target. So for this example, I wanted to use, it's like a shampoo brush. I've been seeing these around Facebook and Instagram lately, so I thought this would be a good one to do. So for keyword research, you can use something like Merchant Words or Jungle Scout. The only thing with that is it is using, the data is for Amazon and what people are typing into Amazon, whereas Google Ads, some of the data will be the same, not exactly the same, but we want to use the keyword planner or another keyword research tool that's looking at what people are typing into Google, not Amazon. So I prefer to either use the keyword planner, or I think there's a few other free ones that you can use, Ubersuggest, things like that. So to get to the keyword planner, you just click on Tools and Settings, Keyword Planner. Then you want to click on Discover New Keywords and start with keywords. You can also start with a website if you're completely stuck and you don't have any ideas about what keywords. You could use a competitor website if you don't have your own, or even an Amazon listing URL, you can use that. For this example, I've already got one keyword in mind, and I'm just looking for extra ideas. I'm going to pop that one in there, scalp massager or shampoo brush, and we'll click on get results. So at the top here, it's got a graph, and that's just showing the monthly search trend for that keyword, and that's for the last 12 months. And you can even change that out even further. Click on all available, and that will show you over the last couple of years and how it's trending. So this top graph is for Australia with 1,600. It's trending up, which is good because you want to make sure they sell. And you've got the United States as well. So still, yeah, looks quite good, trending in the upwards direction, which is what we want. As you scroll down, so here you'll see the scalp massager. That's the keyword that we inputted, 1,600 monthly searches, which is quite good. And other keyword ideas. So you just want to start collecting your keywords here. Not all of these necessarily will be relevant. You do want to focus on the most specific and targeted keywords. All of these look pretty good. So start compiling your list. You can also download the full list because they will give you quite a lot. You can download it as a CSV. You just click that button here. And as you're going through all these keywords, you want to start developing a negative keyword list, which basically means keywords that are loosely related to your product, but aren't necessarily relevant to the product that you're selling. So an example I can see here might be head massager electric. Ours is a manual sort of silicone one that it's not electric. So electric would be a negative keyword that I would start adding to my list. So if we have a look at examples of good keywords to target, so again, we want to focus on keywords that are really targeted, really specific. If you're not sure if a keyword fits that, what I like to do is type that search term into Google and see what comes up. So something like scalp scratches or hairbrush, when you type that into Google, you see other products. Sure, it is a type of hairbrush, but it's really not specific enough for what we're looking to do. So we want to be really specific, really targeted in the keywords that we choose. So these ones up here, they're much more targeted and specific, whereas they're a bit too broad. So we want to focus on these ones. And I just wanted to quickly go over negative keywords. So a lot of people sort of neglect this area. And while you're doing the keyword research, it's really easy just to start compiling these. So examples might be scalp brush Kmart. So competitor names, we don't necessarily want our ads to be showing up for these in the beginning. It can be something that you can test later, but it is really something that you have to test. So in the beginning, I do recommend sort of adding those like Kmart, Chemist Warehouse as a negative keyword. Similarly with electric, that's not relevant to our product. Same with cheap. Being in AOE, we're developing a premium shampoo brush, so we don't want our ad to show up for cheap, etc., etc. And when you're creating the list, just lastly, you just take the most irrelevant part of the keyword. So Kmart, Chemist Warehouse. So for any, say if it was shampoo brush Kmart, scalp brush Kmart, by just adding Kmart as a negative, you won't show up for any Kmart related search terms. So I hope that makes sense. So yeah, that's it from me. I hope you found that informative.
Fantastic. Thank you, Megan. And just let everybody know, Megan's been helping quite a lot of people with their PPC optimization, and that she's doing reviews of their PPC campaigns, and we're also starting to go into doing some account management, which is a new service. Do you want to give a bit of an insight into that, Megan?
Yeah, sure. So the management, I've had a few clients recently. We've done one-on-one sessions, and pretty much like everyone, they're time poor. They're just pretty much going, can't you just do it for me? So that's where this service really comes in. So basically, I take it off your hands. It'd be a monthly, month-to-month basis. Managing the PPC, optimizing it, and then I'd be sending you reports each month and looking at how we can, optimize it and maximize the sales, basically. And you don't have to worry about it.
There are a lot of people that are available via Fiverr and various different places that are using offshore people. There's something different about having Megan. She's part of the group. You can direct message her. She's she's an Amazon seller in her own right. She brings a high level of skill to the exercise. So, and that is available if you would like it. There's a question here just before we move on to Victoria from Tanya saying, how many keywords would you use per campaign? Yeah,
sure. Starting out, normally I would recommend starting with, similarly as Neil recommends, start with an auto campaign. That way you can really test keywords, and you'll also test placements with that campaign. And then once you've got data there, you can move those keywords that are converting into a manual campaign, and that's where you can really control the bid. So depending on the keyword, keywords will convert differently, so you can bid more aggressively on those terms that are converting at a much higher rate. And say with more competitive terms, it's going to take you a lot more clicks to get that sale because it is quite competitive. So you can choose to pay less per click, and that's ultimately making the campaigns profitable. You don't want to be paying $2-3 a click. Depending on your profit margin, you're going to be in the red very quickly doing that. So it's about managing that and finding the balance between getting the click and paying for that click and being profitable. But normally I would, starting out with a manual campaign, probably around 5 to 10, and then go from there. So testing small amounts and being strategic with what keywords I want to test.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Megan. Much appreciated. Yeah.
Thanks for watching that video of girl power in the Aussie online entrepreneurs. Did you know in the Aussie online entrepreneurs, the ladies outperform guys when it comes to making money on Amazon? Well, it's true. If you'd like to find out more about the Aussie online entrepreneurs, and if you could like to join into our battle of the sexes, just kidding, we don't really have that happening, then you can go to www.aussieonlineentrepreneurs.com.au, find out more about joining over 2,000 folks right here in Australia's with sales of over $50 million on Amazon right around the world. www.aussieonlineentrepreneurs.com.au. Thanks for watching. Bye.